Hi guys, how you doing? I think that's working. Hi, I thought I'd do another live stream where we go into eBay, have a look around, do a little bit of research. Well, have a bit of fun disguised as research, basically. I was inspired a while back by some sales that Heather, the Treasure Pirate, had on a couple of vintage Nirvana shirts. And that's been on my mind recently. I did a search about a week ago just to do a bit of browsing, and I was quite amazed at some band t-shirts that I found. So I thought I'd come on and do the same search, and then if you guys can do some searching and share the item numbers, I can bring those up on screen and we can take a look as well. So that's the plan. I don't have very long because I'm going out to play poker soon. So I've got maximum about 45 minutes to maybe pushing an hour, but I thought we'd have a go. So this is live. So if you are watching me live, you can say hello in the side chat. A few people have popped in. We've got Brisbane AU from Australia, I'm assuming. So hi there. Baz is in, Pete's Retro Collectibles, Catherine, Adam, Paul and Lou. Karin, hi Karin, how are you? Shazad is in, Laura, John, Gary says good evening, Nick and chat. Welcome, Gary. Hi, Carla. Yeah, lots of people popping in. So that's what I thought we'd do. So if you yourself have had any success selling band merch, vintage t-shirts is particularly what I'm going to look at today. Drop me the item number and I will search it and we can share that. In a minute, I'm going to do a search and we'll see what I can find. And that's the plan, really. Hopefully it will inspire you, give you some ideas, because there is silly money in vintage band merch. So let me get a window open and we will dive in. Like I say, if you're just joining me, if you've got any recommendations for searches or a particular item number that you found that you want me to take a look at, just drop it in the chat. I will try and keep up with the chat and we'll take a look. But let me get my tongue untied and then set up screen share. Okay, so you should be seeing my eBay page. I'm just going to shrink it a bit so I can see the chat as well. Hey Lex. Lex says, I've got my Nirvana t-shirt from 1992. Wow, but I'm never selling it. Well, we could take a look at Nirvana ones. I would imagine if I do it by expensive first, some Nirvana stuff will come up anyway. So if I search, hang on, let me just expand this screen a bit so you can see a bit clearer. Let's just go vintage band shirt and see what happens. And then if you go sold, I'm only interested in stuff that's actually sold. And then we're going to go straight in at highest first. Someone shared an item number. I will get onto the item numbers in a bit. There you go, straight in there, Lex. It's a Nirvana one. Straight in at number one. What have we got here? Vintage 92. Nirvana Vestibule t-shirt. What? Vintage 1992 Kurt Cobain grunge. Yeah, 460. Very used, 1 or 2 holes. Isn't that crazy? Let's have a look at the pics. I hope you guys can see that. I might have to enlarge it a bit. Oh, there we go. That's better. Yeah, that is very used. Look at the sleeves. Look, all whiting where they've been worn and washed. £460. Oh, Lex says, yep, mine is like that, but short-sleeved. Look at the wear on that. Isn't it mad? I mean, this would have been back in 92. Let me think back to when I was buying band t-shirts. About 15 quid, I reckon, for a t-shirt back then. Maybe 20 if you pushing it. I used to buy my shirts outside from the bootleggers for a tenner, generally. I was cheap like that. I used to buy my posters outside, from the blokes who were looking dodgy and ran away when the police came. Look at the state of that, £460. The label is completely faded. Wow. All right, let me go back to that search. Oh, there's another item coming, Stephen Bennett. We'll take a look at that in a minute. Let me just see what came up on this first search. If you're just joining me, I'm just doing a little bit of, we'll call it research, but basically I'm just having fun. We're looking at vintage. Let me zoom in a bit more. Vintage band shirts on eBay, which is a market. If you've never looked into it, it can be eye-watering what people will pay for this stuff. Lex paid £12 from HMV. There you go. What an investment. I know you're not going to sell yours, but yeah. What else we got? Oh, look at that. Pulp. Vintage band shirt. 454. Jarvis Cocker lip gloss. That's early, isn't it? Was that off their first LP or their second LP? I think, did lip gloss predate different class, didn't it? Oh, hi, Krillin. Thanks for the super chat. Look up Nirvana or any band crew t-shirt. Okay, we'll try and do that. Appreciate the super chat. So yeah, here's a great example. This is Pulp, fantastic British 90s band. Look at the state of that. It's got a tiny little back print on it. Oh, it's got, look at that. That's from, oh, that was different class then, was it? That's different class artwork, isn't it? Misshapes was from different class, because I had that single. And the B side, or the double A side, was Sorted for Ease and Whiz. What a track. So do not disregard these band shirts, even if it's a band you've never heard of. There's another Nirvana 91, 363. Beatles shirt and bomber jacket. Sonic Rendezvous. Not even heard of the band. Look at the underpit staining on that. It went for an offer, so I don't know how much that sold for, but that's big. Butthole Surfers, 250. Nirvana, 225. Eagles, vintage concert shirt there. Sold on offer, so I don't know what that went for. Jerry Garcia band, Hawaiian tour. Another Nirvana. Megadeth super rare sealed, 150. Right, let me find these. I was saying, if you've just joined me, I'm just browsing on eBay at vintage band shirts, just to find some cool stuff that's sold. So Enzer Danino has shared this. Hopefully I can copy out of the side chat. Let's see what you found. I've not sold many band shirts over the years, only probably 5 or 10, if that, but they've always gone pretty well. Is that searching? Is it going? Oh, is that the one? I think, yeah, we found that Nirvana one. Let me find another number from the side chat. Stephen has found a Queen item. Let's see what that was. Queen vintage 1986 European Magic Tour concert t-shirt, Freddie Mercury. So I was saying in a live the other day, if you are in a charity shop and there's a rail of t-shirts, it's worth spending a couple of minutes just flicking through. If you see any band ones, just grab them, take a chance. So this is the Queen European Tour 86. And that sold at £75. Let me see if there's any more. What did Krillin say? Look up Nirvana or any band crew shirt. So if I do, I'll put vintage in as well. Vintage band crew. That's what comes up with that. Hold on. So we'll go sold. And we'll go highest first. That's not bringing up much. Okay, let me try Nirvana. Oh, that won't work. Hold on. That's just retro style, so that's not vintage. That's crew neck. No, that's not really bringing much up, Krillin. If I just try band crew vintage. Oh, that's not really working either. Vintage rare Marshall Tucker band. That's in America, sold for $43. New Kids on the Block. Wow. Ireland 2009. 2009? Were they touring in 2009? Good Lord. Depeche Mode, now we're talking. Wow, £8.50. I'd have bought that. Damn, that was cheap. Okay, let's see if anyone shared. Baz Wright has shared an item number. Basically, if you just join me, I'm just browsing, doing a little bit of kind of research on vintage band shirts on eBay, seeing what they can fetch. If you're doing some searches while you're watching and you find something cool or something interesting, just drop the item number in the side chat and we'll have a look. So this was shared by Baz Wright. Let's see what this is. Rolling Stones Europe 82 graphic t-shirt original. Is this a completed? Yeah, 795. Did that sell at that? Wow. Original vintage like. Vintage like? Hang on, is this vintage or is this a repro? Original, yeah. Original ultra rare. Never worn, 1982. Good Lord. See, it is crazy what people are prepared to pay for these. Shazad has shared another item number. Let's have a look at this. Hey, Pete, how you doing? That item number's not bringing anything up, Shazad. That search is not working. Stephen has dropped a number in for a Megadeth one. Is this the Megadeth? We saw a Megadeth one just before, which was new in packet. Not results. What am I doing wrong? Okay, what am I doing wrong? Let me go back to the start page and search it from there. Nope. I'm doing something wrong because those item numbers are bringing nothing up. That's the same item number, she said. Okay, this is all going to pot. No, not results. Why is that not results? I'm not in somebody's shop, am I? Need to click solds. Am I? Okay. Oh yeah, it's not bringing up solds. Right, what was this? So this was Shazad. Sorry, I wasn't in solds. Sorry, schoolboy error. Sex Pistols. Seditonaires? Seditonaires? What on earth is that? Original t-shirt, God Save the Queen. 500. Is that framed? It looks like they framed it. Description. Original God Save the Queen pillowcase shirt from 1977. Wow. Has the very rare label to the left side for soldiers, prostitutes, dykes, and punks. Only used for a short while by Vivienne Westwood and Malcolm McLaren. Wow, that is cool. I went for 500. Let me try that other one I was trying to look up before. Stephen Bennett. All right, hopefully this will work now. Got to go into solds. It's annoying that it comes out of solds every time. Vintage Megadeth, 1986. Piece sells, but who's buying? US, 299. Let's go into the pictures. Wow, look at the state of that. Piece sells, but who's buying? Looks like it's got underarm staining. That is bonkers, isn't it? These are the sort of things you will find in charity shops. Like I said, recently Heather, I don't know if Heather's in actually. I haven't seen Treasure Pirate in. Found some amazing Nirvana shirts recently and sold them for hundreds. Yes, Super Touring. I needed to click solds. I know. Schoolboy error. Hi, James. Just started reselling and I'm off to a flyer with this time of year. Does it become a lot harder in January? Depends what you're selling. If you're selling toys and games and Christmas related stuff, then yeah, you'll see a big drop off in January. Just change what you're selling. Just adapt. Oh, there's another item there. Stephen Bennett has dropped a number in. Oh, is this one I've already searched? Let's try this. If you just popped into the stream, I am searching vintage band merch. Actually, I might search some patches. I've sold band patches before. John Entwistle. John Entwistle. And what was he? Is he from The Who? Is he The Who's bassist? Oh, yeah, it says Who in the title there. 150 US dollars. Oh, come on, eBay. Sort your stuff out. There we go. Not the best picture, is it? It's all out of focus. Yep. Great example. I mean, it just doesn't look much. I mean, you'd easily pass this sort of thing by in a charity shop. Especially if you didn't know who John Entwistle was, you didn't recognize the name. So it's worth taking a punt on these things. Hi, Fritz. Let me just search that item number you've shared. Over £1,000. Can't wait to see what this is. Hang on, got to go into sold. Oh, it's Nirvana. 90s Nirvana heart-shaped box. All over print. 1,047. Well, I think that takes the prize. Look at that. And this stuff is out there. You know, you can find this stuff. I'm not saying it's likely, but you will be able to find band shirts. I found a few at car boot sales in, you know, heaps of clothes, just rummaged through. Never anything this good. That is crazy. It's pretty fugly, actually. Wow. There you go, folks. £1,000 for a t-shirt. That is bonkers. Belt buckles. Belt buckles, Lex? Okay. What shall I search then? Just vintage. Excuse me. What band ones? Actually, let's just do belt buckle and I'll go by highest first. Hold on. I'm doing belt buckles, people. I can see the chat. Sold. I'm going to go used, should I? Used. Yeah, that'll do. And we'll go, what, highest price? Hi, George. Yeah, you're late to the party again. But that's a picture of a child. Why is there a picture of a child in this search? Belt buckle, £500. It's a picture of a child. Okay, moving on. Shall I search banned ones? These are all, well, that's a Louis Vuitton, £100. Harley Davidson. Hang on, let me put a band in, see if anything comes up. I need a drink. What sort of belt buckle were you meaning, Lex? This is not bringing banned ones up. Ah, here we go. Led Zepp 1977. That's cool. 40 quid. Lex says, yeah, banned ones. I bought a blue Oyster Cult one for £2 and sold for 100. No way. Status Quo 29. Yeah, good shout. So look out for your band related. What's band related? Just about anything, to be perfectly honest. I remember selling some Cure stuff. I had a t-shirt and I had a little Cure like pendant thing from the Wish tour. Just gonna search band patch. I'll do vintage in the title as well in the search. Okay, that's a Scouts one, I think, that top one. Here we go. Metallica vintage jacket patch. Unusual purple Justice for All, $54.89. That's in America. So that's quite a large. That's like a jacket back one, isn't it? It's about 10 inches. That's a really good tip, actually. I forget to do this. I have a tape measure next to my photography bay, and I forget all the time to just put the tape measure in the picture. Oh, come on. Where's the picture gone? There you go. But it's a really good tip. If you can remember just to put a tape measure in, it's the quickest way of stopping people asking you, how wide is this or how tall is this? Yeah, really good tip. Like I say, if you can remember to do it. I forget all the time. I've sold a few band patches over the years, but never that sort of value. Let's see what else there is. Metallica again, $12.51. Oh, there's a t-shirt there. Paradise Lost, £35. Onslaught. I think they're like a black death metal band, aren't they? £19.60. Oh, that's in America. Beatles. I think Pete mentioned Beatles earlier. Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band patch. Wow, that is the coolest thing. Warrant. Stones. Oh, wow. See, that seems cheap to me. £15.68, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, there's 7 patches in there. I reckon they could have aimed higher on that. What do you reckon? Oh, come on. That doesn't seem a lot of money, £15 for that. $1981 tour. Okay, right, let me see if you've got any more numbers. Sorry, I was getting carried away. Just scrolling back. Oh, Stephen Bennett, Madonna item. Let's search that. If you've just come across this live stream and you're wondering what on earth we're doing, we're just searching sold band merch on eBay. Oh, hang on, I've got to shrink the screen. And if you found anything cool, you want to drop me the number, please do. We will have a look. So we've got a vintage original Madonna Virgin Tour 1985 concert t-shirt, purple. Sold for $249, approximately £196. Nice. Looks in pretty good condition as well. The Virgin Tour 85. Oh, if only I'd saved all my t-shirts. What did I have? I used to have a fair number of Depeche Mode t-shirts from the 90s. I used to buy tour t-shirts. I had a few Carter ones, Wonder Stuff. Trying to think. Jesus Jones, maybe? Did I have some of them? I think so. Zeppelin Nebworth 1979 from Paul and Lee. I'm just going to copy that item number in. So let me know in the chat items that you had that you got rid of. The thing is, I used to wear mine until they were threadbare and then just throw them out. But looking at some of these, I don't think you can ever wear them out too much. So this is the Led Zeppelin shirt shared by Paul and Lou. Let me just find it again. So this sold for $250. Nebworth Park 79. I've been to a few gigs at Nebworth. I went and saw Genesis in 92. I think I got a t-shirt that day. I certainly got the program, which I sold. I went and saw Chili Peppers there recently, about 10 years ago, maybe. I saw Oasis in 96 at Nebworth. Nebworth is about 10 minutes down the road from me. Look at the state of that. This is a good example. It's fraying, it's discolored, the label has just faded away, and that sold. It's got a rip. It's got a rip on the sleeve, and somebody somewhere, they'll probably frame it. This sort of thing, I wouldn't be surprised if it just gets framed and put on a wall. 250 quid. Great shout, Paul or Lou, one or the other. Right, I'm way behind in the chat. I'm just going to pull out some of these item numbers. This was shared by Fritz. Don't think I looked this one up yet, did I? Let's have a look. Go into solds. This is Levi's 1970s True Vintage USA Saddleman Jeans. So this isn't a band shirt then? Or is it? That's not a band shirt, is it? It's just a Levi shirt. Wow, that's crazy. 1972 Levi Strauss & Co. That sold for what? 780? No way. People are insane. Oh, I've just seen your super chat, Quillen. Nice. Try .com instead of .uk. Most of the American ones come up, to be honest. Starly says, keep streaming, Nick. You are my ka-ching charm today. Okay. I can't stream for too long because I've got to... I haven't had some tea yet, and I need to cook and eat tea and be in the pub for 8, which is unlikely to happen at the moment. Marcella has shared an item in solds. Let's have a look. And then I'll try and catch up in the chat. Right, I'm going to go back into solds. Beatles stuff. So this is Beatles. Here it is, the original Shea Stadium 1965 concert poster. No way. See, this is a museum piece, if anything, isn't it? So there was Herman's Hermits, the Dave Clark 5, the Kinks and the Moody Blues, and then headliners, the Beatles. Wow. That is so cool. I bet that's ended up, well, it may end up in a rich person's private collection, but that should be in a museum. Sold for $6,601 US dollars, £5,176. Wow. Thanks for sharing that, Marcella. Rubber Band Squad says, I've been printing t-shirts for years. I'm going to knock out a couple of 100 copies of that Nirvana t-shirt and knock them out at 10 a pop at the Car Beats next summer. I can even age them. Well, you can try. Be warned, people. Knockoffs may be flooding the market. Right, let me try and catch up. Hi, Libel. Search for original vintage The Who 1981 sweatshirt. I can copy that and search it in a minute. Right, trying to get to the end of the chat. Ah, I'm there. Eat tea. Yeah, I've got to eat tea. Tea is what we call your late meal. So lunch is lunchtime, and the evening meal is either dinner or tea. We call it tea in this house. So I'm not eating tea, as in the drink. It's confusing, I know. Okay, so Lobel suggested this. Let me just go to solds. Oh, it's not coming up with anything. Vintage The Who 1981 sweatshirt. It's not coming up with anything. Let me take some of these words out. Oh, hang on. What am I doing? Is that going to work? Yeah, we looked at that one. We looked at that John Entwistle one. Vintage Tees are a band, are they not? There was a band called the Plain White Tees. Is that what you're thinking of? This is very personal. Skits says, we got the whole Beatles autograph in the family, and my mum's dad was bodyguard for them. Oh, wow. Your mum's dad was their bodyguard. That's cool. Right, I think I'm going to come out of screen share for a bit. Let me just pop out here. Right, so we've got 118 people in, so welcome. If you're just joining us, I just thought I'd go live because I was bored out of my mind listing exciting things like keyboards and what else was I listing? Toy trains. And I thought we'd go live and look at some t-shirts. Did anyone share anything that they had as in the 80s, 90s, 70s, if you're old enough, that you got rid of? I had a bunch of Depeche Mode t-shirts, which I wore to death and then just threw out. I wish I'd kept them now. Libel says, I've just looked up Genesis Foxtrot LP from 1971. And now I just want to get drunk. I can't believe I just gave that away for free last year. No way. Oh, the sweatshirt was listed for about 125. Okay, I couldn't find that. Extra Strong Bin is in. Hi there. Says, I had a Nirvana Fudge Packer t-shirt. When you got rid of it or threw it away? I had some really cool posters as well that I don't know what happened. I assume when I moved out of home, they just got binned. When I was away at art college, I had posters up as well. Had some really cool, like Curve. Does anyone know the band Curve? Tony Halliday was their singer. And Depeche Mode posters. Radiohead. Don't know where it all went. Goat Jazz 3. Hi, Nick. I had some Dungeons and Dragons modules from my childhood and sold one recently for 2,650. What, one of yours from your childhood? Wow. Extra Strong Bin. Oh, loved Radiohead. I have got back into Radiohead recently in a huge way. I've not listened to anything else basically for the last month. I've been going back. I was massively into Radiohead through the Bends, OK Computer, Kid A, and then kind of lost touch. Recently, I got obsessed with their album Moonshaped Pool and the tracks off that. And then I've gone back through Hail to the Thief in Rainbows. I picked up a copy of Hail to the Thief recently. It was an album I never really got into. Been enjoying that, but Moonshaped Pool, their latest, it takes a bit of time for it to sink in, but oh my god, it's just amazing. Yeah, a lot of people say a bit depressing. I find them uplifting, but I'm that melancholic kind of music guy. I use music to, yeah, I don't know, not wallow, but I don't know. I sing along at the top of my voice to Radiohead. I love it. Hi Claire. Claire King says, I had loads of signed t-shirts from the late 80s, early 90s. My mum threw them all out when I left home. Oh, it's painful, isn't it? Yeah. I threw away most of my band t-shirts because I wore them so much. I've still got some stuff from the sort of 2000s that I still wear. An REM one that you've probably seen, a Fall Out Boy one that I still wear. I've got some recent DM ones, but I will wear them until they are threadbare. Pearl Jam. Yeah, I was briefly into Pearl Jam, but only sort of their first album, really, grunge periods. Jeremy and Alive. Yeah, never really carried on listening to them. Hi, Mukhtar. That's Aliyah in the chat. A girl gave me a Michael Jackson History Tour t-shirt. It had his shoes with socks on the front. Someone nicked it from my house. Oh, no way. You were burgled and they stole your t-shirt? That's horrific. Paul and Lou saw Radiohead at Glastonbury last year. They were great. Not everyone's cup of tea. No, they're never going to appeal to everyone. They're a band that it's going to sound really pretentious, but it takes a bit of effort to let the songs, sink in. Particularly their last sort of 3 or 4 albums. If you go back to OK Computer and the Bends, they're more immediate, more accessible. I just can't stop listening. And Tom York's solo stuff and Tom York's, sorry, we're going off on a tangent. Tom York's kind of spin-off project with Flea called Atoms for Peace. If you like Radiohead, check out that stuff. It's awesome. His solo stuff is amazing. Yeah, check out Hearing Damage by Tom York. It's awesome. Siraj Guli, sorry if I've murdered your name. Hi Nick, have ever been into Oasis? If yes, which favorite song? Mine is Live Forever. Yes, I was into Oasis early again, really. Their first album, Definitely Maybe, which was 90. Oh no, this is a test. 94, and then big into their second album, What's the Story, which was 95. Saw them live at Nebworth in 96. And then I drifted off. I was working at Virgin in 97 when Be Here Now came out. And their stuff was it was like saturation point. I did buy the single Stand By Me and Do You Know What I Mean? But then I'd had enough by then. They played that album constantly in Virgin and we were selling it day in, day out. And I don't know, I lost interest then. Favorite song by them? I don't know. It's a good question. I love Wonderwall. That takes me to a happy place. Stand By Me. Really like. Don't know. Good question. Hi George. Question: if you could bring back one deceased artist back to life to see live for one show, who would you choose? A deceased artist. Oh my god. That's a good question. Probably Kurt Cobain. Because that would just be awesome. Yeah. Or Lennon, maybe? That's a deep question. Mr. Cha-ching, UK reseller. Noel Gallagher's High Flying Birds, I think, better than Oasis. Certainly better than Liam Gallagher's solo efforts. I have the 3 High Flying Birds albums. I tend to listen to them in the car. For some reason, that's car music for me. Yeah, did enjoy them. Greatest band ever, Stereophonics, hands down. I enjoyed Stereophonics' first album. And then I kind of slowly drifted off. I don't really listen to them anymore, I'll be honest. Good band, but yeah. Flying the Welsh Flag. George Ross, Freddie Mercury for me. Oh yeah, of course, good shout. Have you seen the film? If you haven't seen the film, George, go and see the film. We saw that together a couple of weeks back. Cigarettes and Alcohol, great tune, yeah. John Lennon, yeah. Don't Look Back in Anger as well. It's a bit of an anthem. Pink Floyd, love a bit of Pink Floyd. I was listening to there's some great videos on YouTube of their live at Pompeii stuff. That's so good. It's great music to have on while you're listening as well. Traffic is a brilliant Stereophonics song off their first album. Love that. And 1,000 Trees. Bush, yeah, great band. Bush reminds me of I'm going to struggle to remember. Chemicals Between Us. What album was that off? When I went traveling just before we had Ellen, we went traveling in America, and we were listening to tracks off that album. What was that album? Had Chemicals Between Us on it. Was it called The Science of Things? Somebody let me know. George says, yes, it was amazing. This will be the film about Freddie Mercury. Well, Queen. It was amazing. I was born in 91, so I wasn't even here when he passed. You are so young, George. Ned's Atomic Dustbin, you mean, Krillin? That's my favorite song, Chemicals. I'm sure it's called Chemicals Between Us. It's a really good track. I'm going to have to go soon, guys, because I've got to eat before getting ready to go out to the pub to play poker. And I don't want to harp on about it, but I am now about 50 points ahead at the top of the league. We run a year-long league. So if I do well, I'm not uncatchable, but if I get a good result tonight, it's going to be all over. Hi, Anne. Anne says, Bob Marley loved reggae music, giving my age away. Reggae music's timeless. One of my daughter's friends at primary school was a huge Bob Marley fan, and she was about 6 or 7 at that age, so it's timeless. I can appreciate Bob Marley. I'm not a reggae fan. It's not really my thing. I'm more indie rock sort of stuff. The Science of Things. So it was The Science of Things, the Bush album. It's a great album, actually. Really good. Mukhtar says, I haven't listened to many bands, but I love Maroon 5's first album, Songs About Jane. Yeah, I know the bands. Never really floated my boat, but yeah. Bob is timeless, yes. Win that trophy, says Starley. Well, I'm working on it. We only have a few more games. Last game is just before Christmas. So yeah, fingers crossed. I will take home the winner's trophy this year. See what happens. Do you like Kygo, Nick? Not a band I know, I'll be honest. No. I go through phases, and right at the moment, I was saying 5-10 minutes ago, at the moment, I'm pretty much listening to Radiohead and nothing else. I'm exploring the albums I kind of missed out on. I bought all their albums up to Amnesiac and then kind of lost interest for a few years. Recently, I got back into Radiohead through Tom York's solo stuff, and now I'm just immersing myself in their later albums and really, really enjoying it. Mark Price says, I know you've seen 21 Pilots a couple of times. Not me, that's my daughter and my wife. Are you a fan, or is it more Helen that's a fan? It's Ellen, and she is a mega fan. I mean, you think I'm obsessed with Depeche Mode? She is next level. She went up to London just to see a tube station that they had put lots of posters up in. Well, it was more of an installation, is how she put it. But they'd plastered an entire tunnel in, I think it was Euston Station. We took a special trip to London just for her to take photos and stuff of that. That's how much of a fan she is. She's got all of their stuff on vinyl. She's obsessed, totally obsessed. And it's great to see. I love the fact that she is crazy passionate about music. Her three favorite bands would be 21 Pilots, Head and Shoulders Above, and then it's Fall Out Boy, Panic at the Disco, Lord. We cross over on Lord. I'm a big Lord fan as well. But yeah, I love the fact that she's obsessed with music. It makes her happy, so that makes me happy. Reef. Oh wow, yeah. They made a comeback a couple of years ago. Reef did. I think they're still touring and stuff. It's Your Letters. Oh, that was brilliant. Yeah, Reef's first album is fantastic, actually. Carter USM. Yes, good shout, Paul and Lou. I'm a huge fan. Shopper's Paradise. What a tune. Right, I'm going to have to go, guys, because I'm going to struggle to have some tea before I get out. We will have to do this again. It's more fun when we just start rambling, to be perfectly honest. Mark says, your daughter definitely has great taste in music. Love all the acts you just mentioned. Meeting 21 Pilots in February, and I can't wait. Oh, wow. She would go nuts. Ellen is really big on Twitter. And if they retweet something she tweets or something, is that how it works? She goes bananas, you know. She goes nuts. Yeah. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to dash. Thanks for the chat. I could talk about music all night. Oh, Elbow. I've just noticed Will You Take Less mentioned Elbow. Love Elbow. Cannot recommend them enough. Venga Boys. We might have to disagree on that one. The thing about music is I can't stand music fascists. People who say, oh, you shouldn't be into this or you should be into this. Music is music. And if you enjoy music, whatever it is, who cares if nobody else does? You know what I mean? Thank you, Merylins says good luck tonight. I've got to go. I've been on way too long. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy these chats, let me know. We'll have to drop some suggestions below for what we'll search next time. I quite enjoyed you guys giving me some items numbers to look up. That worked really well, so we'll do that again. S Club 7 says Mukhtar. As pop goes, 2000s pop, they were up there. You can't knock a bit of S Club. I've got to go. Take care, guys. See you later.